Hey everyone and welcome back to Waverly Reads. Today is going to be a belated book review as I missed last month's because I didn't really do much reading. I was just getting into a new job and I was stressed and I didn't have time. By the time I'd filmed and edited a video to go up for the last week of May, it was too late when I realised that I hadn't done a review. So I decided to go ahead and do a review on Unravel Me by Tahareh Mafi. I've already done a review on Shatter Me by Tahareh Mafi. If you want to go ahead and check that out, I will leave it in the description down below. If you haven't already read Shatter Me, then you might as well not watch this review as I will be talking about stuff that happens in this book and it's not going to help if you haven't read Shatter Me because A, you'll have no idea what I'm talking about, and B, you may get a few spoilers. If you haven't read Shatter Me, please click away. Don't worry if you haven't read Unravel Me, as I will be going into this spoiler free as much as I possibly can, not mentioning any character deaths or any major plot points that happen in this book. Also, I just want to point out that I am doing this completely by myself. I haven't written any notes down for this book and that's kind of scary, so I just set this down and then we're gonna review it. The plotline for Unravel Me is the story after Shatter Me, where Juliet is rescued from Warner's hellhole, pretty much. Let's be real. He treats her like a princess, but she's a prisoner and she's being used as a weapon. Adam actually rescues her from there. I mean, she kind of rescues herself and they rescue each other and it's weird. Now she is in this underground society full of gifted people which the government are trying to destroy, and Juliet is in this government now and she's not adjusted. No one seems to want to interact with her because of her gift, and no one wants to be her friend because they're afraid of getting hurt by her. Then Juliet starts developing on her gift and she finds out that she can do a lot more, and she finds out there are a lot more different gifts out there, and it's really interesting finding out about all the gifts. I don't want to mention a specific plot point because it's kind of a spoiler, but there's something about Adam that happens in this book as well, and it gets a bit tipsy-turvy between them, and you know, you have your ups and downs in relationships. So like last time, the first thing I'm going to mention is the writing style. It is such a beautiful, beautiful writing style. Never read anything like it. Tahareh Mafi, she crosses out thoughts that character Juliet would backtrack on and stuff like that. It's gorgeous. Storyline didn't remind me so much of a Wattpad book as the one before it did, as Shatter Me did. As I feel like it was more thought out. Still, a lot didn't happen in the book, but because of the way it's written, it does feel like you've read a lot more. And then you go to try and describe the plot line and you're like, actually not that much did happen. Characters in this book are really well thought through, and you gain some love for some characters, you gain some hate for some characters, but I don't think you will ever dislike a character that you're not supposed to, because they're all just so lovable or so hateable that it's like, eh. Your opinions do change on a few characters though, but it's supposed to change. I wasn't okay with this change knowing it was going to come up, but now I'm more content with it. Again, just like before, I wish that there was more to this book. I wish it was longer, even though it was pretty long. It was 460-ish pages, but a lot didn't happen, so I wish there was more going on. But the next book, I have a feeling, is going to be so painful. This one took me about 2 weeks to read, but that is with no fault of the book. That was just because I've been really busy adjusting to my new job and my new schedule, even though there isn't a schedule because my shifts change every week. I am going to try to put a reading rule into my daily routine, so I'm going to set aside an hour at least every day to read, because I did try to do that a couple of weeks ago and it kind of just sizzled out as I got more busy. But it's fine, I'm going to enforce it now. There was a couple major plot points that happened in this book, plot twists. Last book I was kind of like, nothing really major is happening, there's nothing really that you don't expect, but in this book there is definitely some aspects that you do not expect and you think, what the fuck. There are some heartbreaking moments too. So last review I mentioned that I was scared of a brewing love triangle, and I'm still really scared of that. It seems to be working its way in more, so I believe in the next book we're gonna have some major clashing of that love triangle. So I'm not gonna mention who's involved, but I got spoiled for it after my first review, so I'm a bit sad. But and like last time, I'm definitely going to be continuing with the trilogy. It's now a series now, I believe. Definitely gonna also be reading the Unite Me. Is that the little side novella thing, or is a novella short story one as well? And I want to read that too. I just want to read them all because This is fast becoming a favourite series of mine. And that is all for this review. I'm sorry if it was really quick and kind of stupid. Like I said, I didn't have any notes on this one. But if you enjoyed it anyway, please go ahead and give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. I post a new weekly reading vlog on a Monday and a new booktube video on a Thursday. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next week.